You skipped dessert. You stopped drinking soda. You even gave up sugar in your coffee. So why does your blood sugar still refuse to come down? That question has quietly haunted millions of people. You look at your plate and think, I'm doing everything right. Yet every test feels like betrayal. Here's the part nobody talks about. Your body can keep raising your blood sugar, even when you never touch a spoonful of sugar. I know, that sounds impossible. But if you understand why this happens, you'll never look at your metabolism the same way again. Because the real problem may not be what you're eating. It may be the invisible instructions your cells have been following for years. And those instructions can overpower even the healthiest diet. That's the mystery. Most people blame themselves. They think they lack discipline. They believe they failed. But your body wasn't trying to punish you. It was trying to protect you. Here's the critical thing to understand. Imagine your body as a busy city. Every cell is a home. Blood sugar is the fuel truck delivering energy. Insulin is the key that opens every front door. When everything works, the trucks unload fuel and move on. Traffic stays smooth. But when the locks become rusty, the trucks pile up outside. The streets become crowded. Not because there is too much fuel, because the doors stopped opening. That traffic jam is what high blood sugar really looks like. And here's where it gets counterintuitive. You can stop eating sugar. You can cut desserts. You can avoid soft drinks completely. But if the doors remain rusty, the traffic never disappears. Your blood simply keeps carrying the fuel around. Researchers at Harvard and countless metabolic studies have spent decades understanding why these cellular locks change over time. One of the biggest players is insulin. Most people think insulin is the villain. It isn't. Insulin is the messenger. The real issue begins when your cells stop listening to that messenger. That's called insulin resistance. And surprisingly, it often develops long before diabetes is diagnosed. Stay with me, because this changes everything. Your liver has been watching this entire process. Think of it as the city's emergency warehouse. When it believes the body is under stress, it releases stored glucose into the bloodstream. It doesn't ask whether you just ate. It responds to biological signals. Poor sleep, chronic stress, inflammation, even certain hormones before dawn. All of them can convince your liver that you're facing danger. So, it sends out more fuel. Most people never realize this. They wake up with high blood sugar and blame dinner. Sometimes dinner wasn't the reason at all. The surprising part is that your own survival system may be creating the problem. This isn't your body malfunctioning. It's your body following ancient instructions that once kept humans alive during famine and emergencies. Thousands of years ago, that response saved lives. Today, it quietly works against us. Here's what changes everything. Scientists studying metabolism, including work connected to institutions like Stanford and the Salk Institute, discovered another master switch inside your cells. It's called AMPK. Think of it as the city's energy manager. When AMPK switches on, cells become more willing to use stored fuel instead of demanding more. But modern lifestyles constantly keep that switch turned down. Long hours of sitting, constant snacking, poor sleep, chronic stress. Each one whispers the same message to your biology. Don't burn what's stored. And that's where everything changes. Because once you understand what silently keeps AMPK asleep, you also understand why your blood sugar stays high even after sugar disappears from your plate. What researchers discovered next shocked even experts. It revealed the hidden biological mistake almost everyone repeats every single day. What happened next surprised researchers. The hidden problem wasn't the teaspoon of sugar. It was the constant stream of insulin your body kept producing. Here's the part nobody talks about. Every time you eat, especially refined carbohydrates by themselves, insulin rises. That's normal. The problem begins when insulin barely gets a chance to fall. Imagine someone ringing your front doorbell every 5 minutes. Eventually, you stop responding. Your cells do something remarkably similar. After years of constant stimulation, They become less sensitive to insulin signal, not because they're broken, because they're adapting. That's insulin resistance. And here's where it gets dark. As your cells ignore insulin, your pancreas answers by making even more of it. Your blood sugar stays high, your insulin stays high, your body becomes trapped in a biological loop. This was never a lack of discipline. Your body was responding exactly as it was designed to. Here's what changes everything. Remember AMPK, the energy manager? Insulin and AMPK constantly influence each other. When insulin remains elevated most of the day, AMPK has fewer opportunities to encourage your cells to burn stored energy efficiently. Your body becomes excellent at storing fuel, not nearly as good at using it. That's why simply removing sugar isn't always enough. The signal matters as much as the food. Stay with me. This is the part that matters. The goal isn't starvation. The goal is giving your biology clear instructions. Start with your morning. Wait about 12 to 14 hours after your last evening meal before breakfast, if your health allows and your healthcare professional agrees. Why? That gentle overnight fasting window gives insulin time to decline and encourages AMPK to become more active. When you eat breakfast, don't begin with fruit juice or cereal alone. Choose eggs with Greek yogurt, or tofu with vegetables and a handful of nuts. Protein and healthy fats slow digestion. They reduce sharp glucose spikes and keep insulin steadier. By midday, move your body before or after lunch. Even a brisk 20 to 30-minute walk changes how muscles handle glucose. Your muscles act like giant storage tanks. The more they work, the more glucose they pull from your bloodstream without demanding as much insulin. Most people never realize this. Movement isn't just burning calories. It's changing cellular behavior. Here's the critical thing to understand. For lunch and dinner, build your plate in a simple order. Eat vegetables first, protein second, starches last. That sequence slows glucose absorption and reduces the size of the blood sugar rise after eating. It's a small habit, but biologically, it's a powerful one. As evening arrives, protect your sleep. Poor sleep raises cortisol, your primary stress hormone. Higher cortisol tells the liver to release more glucose, even when you don't need it. Keep bright screens low before bed. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of consistent sleep. Your metabolism repairs itself most effectively when your brain and hormones follow a reliable rhythm. Clean first, rebuild second, repeat. None of these steps work because they're magical. They work because each one sends the same biological message. Energy is available. You are safe. Use what's already stored. Separately, those signals seem small. Together, they begin changing how your cells respond. Week after week, meal after meal, night after night, that's how healthy metabolism returns. Not through one perfect meal, not through one supplement, but through thousands of tiny biological conversations your cells remember. And here's the surprising part. Your blood sugar is only one messenger. Your cells are sending dozens of others every single day. In the next video, you'll discover the hidden signal that silently turns your body's repair system on or keeps it switched off for years. Once you see it, you'll understand why two people can eat the same food but age in completely different ways.